Hello, free enterprise fans around the world. Welcome to this final showdown in the round of 64 between Saradin and mikemike34. We've got an edge hero, and I'm joined here by Cubs Rule 21. Cubs, how you doing?
I am here. Yourself?
I am also here. I exist.
Yes.
This morning. It's great.
Mornings are indeed morning. But moving on, Edge Hero. This is going to be very interesting.
I love Edge Hero and Hero. I know that some folks find it, because it's a bit on the easier side, quote unquote, that it might not give the same level of challenge as something like an Edward Hero. But what I love about Edge is that you can, theoretically, and we'll see where our runners go, you can do things like drop into Baron in and take that encounter immediately. You can do strange, like, out of the way routing. You could do ordeals much earlier. There's a lot of early power that you can just push on and go, and I'm interested to see if our runners are going to do that.
I always enjoy the fast heroes just because I find the faster speed just makes Z fights easier. Whether you're reflecting, whether you're going Zerkers, it's just getting Z down to RA3 or even RA4 at times is just so much easier.
Yep. Also, shout out to mikemike34's names.
Yeah, I think he tried to get the entire Pink Puff League, so we all appreciate getting each and every one of us in there.
Yeah.
Additionally, D-Lunars and the Sand Ruby, so one extra potential key item on the table today. But D-Lunars, we're looking for a couple sparkles today, so keep an eye out for those. Those could be very important.
Yeah, we got two boss hunts. They could be hidden literally anywhere. And Sand Ruby's a terminal key item, so it's one of those things that you know is going to be at the end of one of these chaining key items. Like it could be at the end of Za, Twin Harp, etc. So it may show up right away. It may also be hidden deep. This is one of those set of objectives that's sort of like, you don't really know. It could suddenly be go mode. It could be a 2-hour slog.
Yeah, and our restream Raska is famous for both, so might as well just toss a coin and sit back and enjoy while it lasts. This
Right.
We could be done in 45 minutes, we could be done in 3 hours. We have no idea.
We're just going to sit here and sip tea the entire time.
Literally.
Yep. I have coffee, but you know, it's the same.
Caffeine.
Caffeine is essential when you're on 3 hours of sleep.
I will agree with that statement, yes. Well, we are about to get underway, I believe. And both runners making me look like an idiot. All right, this is the first time of many today.
Chat wishing for D-Lunar and Wyvern both in the Giant. D-Lunar's at the element spot. Kind of evil. But anyways, we're off. Alright, this is the meme start. It's a Porum and a Twin Harp. Okay, here, look, here, and Octomamut and Baronin. Here's the thing about Porum. It's a white mage. Like, literally any white mage in a storm. I'm happy to have this partner character.
7th best white mage is still a white mage.
And actually, with an edge specifically, this Porum will learn Berserk if you do typical routing by the time you get to Ordeal. So she learns Berserk a little bit earlier.
Yeah. We all meme a lot about Porum, but in these flagships, this flag set specifically, she's really started to shine.
Yeah, definitely. White mage is at a real premium.
Well, both deciding to go straight into Baron. They want that character if possible.
Yeah, I don't mind this. So they're doing their Baron looting route. No save. What you might see them do, I would say probably not. Black belt. Well, we already have one, I suppose, but black belt in the inn is always nice to find.
With a black belt and a flame spear, I want that cane.
Mike is taking the Baron in encounter. I don't know if he saved.
Yeah, he did not, I believe.
So this is very risky. There are a number of encounters at the Baron in 2 spot that
Oh,
are not delightful. Mom Bomb might be one of them.
I think Mom Bomb Anywhere is one of them. But honestly, this is not the worst thing in the world. If you just need to have Edge survive, explode phase, and then a 1 flame and you're out.
Yeah, the explodes won't be so bad. It's really the punches, but this spot has some variable agility, and it's from like low to abysmal, and Edge seems to be getting multiple turns to Mom Bomb, so I think it's agility rolled down. Meanwhile, Saradin is looting Eblin Castle. Pretty typical loot routing. See if he can pick up anything good. I've only seen armor so far. Mom Bomb, yeah, not being very kind. Could easily be 2 punches and out. However, what does this spot have? Like 3,000-ish hit points?
4,000 plus the 9. Well, we have explode.
We're getting
phase.
close. Yeah, so you heal onto Robin here, and then you queue up you wait for the flame.
Yeah. He's
And then you'll
trying
be
to
fine.
beat explode phase. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it.
No, but this will work out fine because you kind of buffer with the attacks. You get to cure. I think he's gonna sit now.
Yeah, it's like no.
No.
Uh-oh.
All right, this is dangerous. You want to sit on flame here because you don't want these bombs to get a turn. There are 6 bombs, 2 of them that have the attack power, I believe, of this spot, the gray bombs, and the red ones also still hit pretty hard. Yeah, that's 535.
That's
is
why. Yeah.
He was so close.
We got life off.
Yeah, but this Edge is going to have some real happy feet.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Oh, that feels bad.
Okay, he did save at least though, so don't have to sit through the intro. Gonna have to leave the Kane gear behind, but I have a feeling we'll be back for that Kane pretty quickly.
I love the play though. I love the gumption with just a bit more experience. You would know, I think, how to get through that encounter first try, and you hate to see him kind of fall behind like that, but I think it was a sound play. Saradin, meanwhile, at Mount Hobbs, and Mike is now joining, getting a little pep talk before getting our twin brother here.
Oh, hey, it's me. I've been named. I am Palom for Mike. I'm here for this. But no, the early twin magic is a big boon. Just to, I mean, you already have Edge. There's really no better character for the overworld, but between Edge and the early twin, there's really not much that's going to survive anything on this overworld.
This might be the most powerful opening team for having no gear at all. Like, you could literally just go anywhere now, overworld. Twin magic is very strong. You can bluff before using twin magic with the sister to even boost up the power. This is one of those starts where you're really wanting for nothing. I mean, you'll want gear for later, but you can kind of put that off now.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to.
Just wait till you get underground and see what's hidden in those gated shops. I'd almost be tempted to go right back for the Mom Bomb. But I could also see going to Fabul here for a bit of extra XP before heading back.
Yeah, I think if you don't notice it on an AoE caster to kind of AoE kill before the bombs come out, you know those bombs punch for like 500 apiece without good armor. Probably not going to come back there anytime soon. Might be one of the last things in the overworld.
The Black Belt Flame Spear King is just... You don't need much with this party, but that would be very helpful as well. So, I heard you like freebies.
Not early game. Finding the Kaipo soldiers invading Fabul. This is like vanilla adjacent? Like, sort of? Not really vanilla?
We're not gonna get the XP from the officer here, unfortunately, but getting through this fight quickly, I mean, there's not much you can ask for. Oh, never mind. We did get there.
We also have an alt gauntlet just hanging out at Outline. This would be really gross if we didn't have Edge and Twins.
Yes. Dude, where's my J items?
If anything, honestly, just a black shirt for defending football. I mean, that's not bad. Black shirt is an actually decent piece of armor for Palom.
Yeah, you take the extra wisdom boost, maybe get some extra multiplier or two. Really, again, you almost don't even care right now. You're just looking for your underground access, whatever it is.
Yeah, unless your opponent chooses to fade football defense, and even if they do, they're going to do it when they come back. So it's one of those things. I really don't mind what that gives me.
Fading Fabul was a real big play during Lolly Ho, but I've been seeing it less and less here on ZZ4 since no summon checks can have key items. There's just that much more of a chance to see a key item on Fabul.
Yeah, fading overworld checks in general on ZZ4 I feel like got a lot trickier because the, 4 or 5 summon monster spots are out of the pool.
Yeah. I mean, it could still give you some decent stuff, but that's not really what you're wanting when you take on some of those spots.
Oh, Antlion also a miss. I saw a dagger of some sort. Did you catch what that weapon was?
That was a mute dagger, which is
an
extremely good item here for Edge.
Of the kind of lower tier hits you could get, yeah, you're right. Mute dagger's pretty good, actually. It's a very respectable Edge weapon.
It absolutely will hold you over until you're able to find longs or possibly even ninjas in a shop. Odin?
I don't know. It would be very surprising to find ninjas in a shop. They just kind of like pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if anywhere, they're going to be in Evelyn, right?
I mean, theoretically.
Odin just had a very bad day, meeting with a lightning bolt at the hands of Palom.
Yeah, the bosses that have an elemental weakness on ordeals like Ruby, Elements, Odin, Octomam, they tend to have a really bad day when there's a Palom around.
Yeah. Speaking of things that don't like lightning. Hi, Turtle.
Oh, so I have to shout out this from Sheep Lancer. Shop Ninja, Shop Ninja, Shop. This references a conversation we had pre-chat about sentences that
Yes.
form a full sentence with like 1 or 2 words. So speaking of those bosses that fall apart to Palom here, Kainatsu's gonna have a very bad day.
It's about to get worse after that bluff. Oh.
If you're wondering why there's no water on this mountain, it's because Kainatsu has drawn it all in.
Mike, how much of an overkill are you going for here?
This
Right.
spot does have very decent magic defense.
Saradin in a bit. Okay, Saradin looks like they're gonna get through. The first twin cast failed to launch due to MP, but gets through on the second. And we have Arcane on Saradin's side. And so I heard you wanted looting. Well, that's
Party rock time. So here's one of those reasons. So here's one of those reasons to not loot, because something like this shows up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mike getting through his back attack ordeals fight. Gonna send Edge into the mirror room. I cannot think of a boss that would give Mike trouble. It would be like Wyvern with a really tricky Witchburn, or
even then, I don't even know what Wyvern could have, to be honest. Just get up a Starveil in most cases.
it would have to be like Fatal, and you don't realize you don't realize you need to Starveil, but then you just go back in.
There's a pass. That's always nice to see. Maybe that's
And
Solaris.
yeah, this spot is so fast.
Solaris,
I mean,
what have
this
you
spot
done?
is so fast.
Oh,
Okay, it's Plague. Oh, that's fine. I mean, I'm not even sure Plague is going to get to count. Oh, he's got like 20 hit points. Never mind.
Plague. I'm helping.
And Plague goes 10, and dies.
Question for Trent, which burn cannot be vanilla in these settings? The be unsafe flag is removed. Mega Nuke, was it Mega Nuke, Meteor, and Big Bang from the pool?
Okay, so we missed the call in to rate that treasury, but Power Ninja.
Yeah.
Ninja Power. Ninja Power Ninja.
So
And a Gungnir.
it's extremely unfortunate that Mike was not able to get through on that first try. Otherwise, he's off to the races right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's still in an okay spot because, again, Edge with short even, or short mute is going to do work, these overworld checks. He may get funneled back into it because I don't think we have anything left.
He's got Antlion and Music, along with Baronin. He has not done Antlion.
Music, that's true. Anyways, after Saradin found real ultimate power, let's find out who's at the Maga Sister spot.
Mike is still avoiding Antlion, but we're headed back to get that Mom Bomb, a little piece of our mind. Ooh. So that Porum has Berserk. This Mom Bomb's about to have a bad day. Also, was there a Gunjer in the treasury, or was that from Eblin? I missed that entirely.
Nope, that was in the treasury. That treasury for this party was Chef's Kiss.
Yeah, 14 out of 10?
Sure.
Yeah. For this party specifically, obviously. Yeah, Edge is doing some nasty things here. I don't think we're going to see an explode phase this time.
We might still get an explode phase. That is 9,000 health extra, but how do you feel about lectures from your local doctor?
As long as we take him out before they start, I'm good.
That's exactly how I feel about most of my doctor appointments.
Mm-hmm. Did Luca even get to say anything? I'm very happy when he doesn't.
I mean, he started to say words, maybe. The spot is very slow, and Edge is very fast.
Yeah. And the doctor is just about very dead.
I believe the nomenclature is Ha Edge Go Burr.
Ninja Thunderclaw, and Doctor don't like that.
No.
And Porum gets to take a nap. Alright, we are through Zot 1. That was everyone's favorite game of what characters are we not taking today? Mike has got.
Do I hope for Rydia Intella just to piss Asuka off?
Well,
no, it's
there's
a Cecil.
Cecil, which
Cecil.
certainly not going to say no to that. So my guess is Saradin goes straight from here to Ordeals, but we'll have to wait and see.
I believe Cecil's gear currently is crystal armor in Saradin's inventory, and a Palom, so we get one additional party members. Again, there are no dupes, so we do not get to have three twins. Three twins? That's a weird statement. Anyways.
Mike is going to take out... Well, he's going to find his alt gauntlet at Antlion here, and meanwhile, the Mega Sisters decided to move a little bit. They got a promotion. They went up a floor.
They're not going to be fond of Mute Dagger, which is good because this encounter at this spot is fast. The spot has incredible magic power. This Palom is super ultra hyper mega dead.
Yeah.
This is not a fun encounter.
This is, well, you tried.
This edge does need to get going, though, because Cindy will revive her sister.
Unfortunate targeting there. Did Saradin already get him berserked? Because he did just get hit with a wall.
I didn't see Berserk in Porum's magic menu.
Oh, we haven't reached that. Well,
but
yeah.
Edge being walled was a very good thing because that Edge was about to be charmed.
that would have been very... there's Berserk. That is maybe as bad as you could have gotten for this party at this point.
Yeah, if that Edge had gotten charmed, that might have been disaster, actually. Edge cutting up his entire party.
Alright, so we are through ordeals. So it's a 50-50 at this point for Saradin, whether this is underground access or not.
We're going to the Twin Harp.
It's always a white shirt, isn't it? It's always a white shirt until it's not.
A white shirt from Zot doesn't feel great, but you know what? That treasury was A+.
No.
Saradin's going to need to climb the mountain first. You want to get Cecil online and get him levels, even if you don't really have much for him except armor, which, honestly, for Cecil, good enough, but...
Yeah. So, I think we're going to be getting dueling music here in the next few minutes. Mike is going to head to hopefully get the treasury at this point, and then Zot.
Well, while our runners cross each other's paths for a moment here, I would like to take a moment to shout out our restream team. We've got Asuka giving you the goods with the seed and putting on the show here, making sure we actually get to watch it. We got Sheep Launcher doing the tracking, and Cubs here, my co-commentator. All awesome people. Go follow them. Same with our runners. Saradin and Mike, very evenly matched, very good runners, really a lot of fun to watch. Go follow all of them.
Do not let Solaris neglect himself. Going to be carrying on to the round of 32 next week. An excellent runner in his own right. And absolutely carrying this commentary today, so please give him all the follows in the world.
We are carrying each other. I mean, between the two of us, it sounds like we have one full day of sleep. Not even, but...
I wouldn't even go that far.
Alright, well, Mike picks up his real ultimate power. Again, that treasury. Power Shirt, Ninja, Gungnir.
Just noticed a couple Soma drops in Saradin's inventory. I don't know if those came from the treasury, but if we see a Tella, our D-Machine is basically online. We did see Ethers earlier.
I'm gonna guess they were from Eblin. I don't remember seeing them looted, and all eyes were kind of on Mike fighting Mom Bomb while Saradin was doing Eblin open routing.
I don't blame Mike for doing Zot first. It's always a chance at, obviously we know there's a Cecil there, but another strong character. Plus, music is just music at times.
Yeah, both runners being a fan of Fade Harp here, I don't mind it either. Of course, they're kind of going to get the bad news, and they're going to have to fly... Mike especially is going to have to fly right back where he started to go engage with that Twin Harp, but It's only going to cost him a few seconds, ultimately.
Alright, Mike getting his doctor's visit. I imagine it's going to go roughly the same as Saradin's did.
So I want to point out that Palom did 975 damage with an Ice 2 against Keinatsu. That is the magic defense at that back attack spot. 1 or 2 bluffs was pretty warranted to kind of one-shot Keinatsu.
Yeah. Wave doesn't do a ton at that spot. It's a little more than a tickle, even with this mage party. Oh, Ballnap's having a very bad day. Haven't seen the
Ballnap
explosion
just
from Ballnap
decided...
in a little while.
Ballnap just saying, F this, I'm out.
3,400 there from Edge with the Thunderclaw. Good lord.
It's a pretty good hit.
But now we don't get to see the real fight.
I mean, the real fight was the dialogue we didn't have to endure along the way. Right?
Acceptable. I'm here for this.
Again, the faster I get out of my doctor appointment, the happier I am. Really.
Well, Saradin is through ordeals. Looks like they're going to be the first heading up toward music. There a certain bit of music you're hoping for today?
Any certain bit of music. I mean, if we're going... If I'm going down the upset Asuka train still, it's Zelda music, but
I am always here for Zelda music.
Sorry. No, I want to hear something new. I want to hear something I haven't heard yet. Oh, Golden Sun would be awesome.
Yeah, the Golden. I have heard the Golden Sun Overworld theme, and it is amazing on the harp.
There's a ghost in my ear.
Asuka loves her Zelda music, doesn't she?
Let's pay attention to mikemike's fight here. Again, this is a very tricky fight. It could go sideways very quickly. Edge queuing up an attack on the little one. Don't know if he's wearing that mute dagger. He is not. He's wearing a Thunderclaw Ninja. That is not good enough. And we're gonna Berserk Edge. This is dangerous.
So who's gonna take this Ice 2 or Lit 2? Well, there goes. No, there I go. I'm taking a nap apparently. Oh, we had a chance to get the Mute Knife on, but did not get there.
No. In the heat of battle, might have just forgot about it.
Saradin cleaning up Fabul before heading toward music.
Yeah, Porum goes down, taking 1200 to the face. Edge still hitting for 800 damage with the Thunderclaw on is respectable.
But here comes the virus.
Here it goes.
Alright, we're still in with a chance.
No. I'm sorry, but no.
That one needed to be on Mindy right there.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a reset, unfortunately.
That's okay. We'll reset. Hopefully Mike will just take a moment, collect his thoughts, put the mute dagger on.
Right there, yep.
And we've got that, and then go, once more into the breach.
Yeah, now we see a single Berserk, and Edge does some very bad things to the sisters.
Yep. And it's good to remember that when you're running a seed, you're trying to go as fast as freaking possible, and sometimes going fast means forgetting things, and going fast means occasionally having a rough time in a boss fight. It's important to remember to try to just calm the nerves, recollect, and keep going.
That's never happened to me once. I don't know what you're talking about. Never. Not a single time that I'm willing to admit.
I have never wiped to Golbez twice at Baron in 1 and then quit a race 22 minutes in yesterday. No, never done that at all.
All right, so Saradin is the first of our runners to make that trek over toward music.
You know, sometimes those chocobos get in the way. They're just like, pick me, and you're like, no. And then you're riding a yellow chocobo, and it's not what you wanted.
Those chocobos really are the true final boss. I swear to God. I have heard that there were studies into trying to figure out RNG for that in the past, and nothing came to fruition. I would very much appreciate if that actually happened.
Alright, so Edge doing gross things. Edge, thankfully getting that wall again. Form's gonna get charmed. That's fine. Hopefully she'll just try to cast Exit. Or something else we don't care about, but yeah.
Or
Sandy's down.
she'll just stand there.
Yeah, Mike is through. Well done.
Alright, so as Saradin heads up toward the music, what's the plan? Are we talking or are we listening? What's the plan today?
Are we talking or are we listening? Why not both? Wait, what?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Oh, talking and listening over music? I think if I talked over music, I would cease to exist, so...
Alright,
I like existing, so I'm not going to do that.
I was about to say, we won't take that possibility. Chat, enjoy the tunes, and we will be back with you shortly.
All right, that is a doctor appointment I am always happy to have.
Dr. Mario is always good music.
Oh,
One of
so
the
good.
classics from the NES days. Oh, we have a hook route.
Well, as far as hook routes go, this might be one of the more powerful parties you could be going down a hook route with.
It's definitely not, say for no particular reason, Edward Young Rydia hook route, right?
No.
There's no particular reason for bringing that up at all.
Nope.
With a demist at Ruby, who would ever roll a seed like that?
When bear is the answer to your troubles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to this seed.
So I do need to point out a bug in the seed. Antlion was not on the moon. And I don't know how that happened, but Antlion was not on the moon.
Oh, is he taking a shower? Well, no, it's elements.
No, he was in Mist Cave.
Oh, Mist Cave. He's lost. How do I get to the moon, he says. Is it through here? No.
What is the moon if not made of cheese? Wait, what?
Honk?
Yes.
I don't know.
Indeed.
Got nothing.
Sleep-deprived commentary. It's a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah. And if you want to give sleep-deprived commentary or sleep-enriched commentary, come join our Discord. Come join the Restream team. We're always looking for folks. We would probably have you track first. It's kind of the easiest to kind of get in on things, but you could track, you could restream, you could do commentary. That is free for anyone to join and do.
All right, round 2 of music. So once more into the breach. See you on the other side. And Mike is through, wow. Talking is hard. Mike is through music, gets his hook. Meanwhile, Saradin taking a chance to steal a few Bacchus, as well as trying to spike a nice weapon here.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this play. Do you know you want to go down a hook route? Do you know you'd like to spike something for Cecil? You're only leaning on Porum for Berserk. This party is really good enough for endgame. You wouldn't mind some Bacchus to kind of go along. You know, you just get some wine for your troubles. Like, why not? Get a nice double.
Did you know Cecil can cast Cure too? I didn't know this.
I did know Cecil could cast Cure too.
He has MP. Who knew?
And sometimes he uses it.
Yes, Palom can stop the Mad Ogres, but at this point, with Cecil with the crystal armor, it almost doesn't matter. Porum did take a hit there. I think we parried on accident with Cecil.
Yeah, he just didn't feel like protecting Porum for a moment. It's fine. And to answer a question in chat, to spike something, when we say that we're saying to hope to get something really good. Can't think of like the etymology of that term, but yeah, it's to hit like a really good piece of gear in this instance.
Well, there's
Saradin might have stolen about 5 Bacchus, something near that. Dragoon Spear,
yeah,
that's a spike. It's not a Cecil weapon, but Dragoon Spear, one of Kane's best weapons, real good against dragons, and there are a lot of dragons, and also not dragons that should be dragons in this game.
More importantly, Tiny Murder Child now has Quake. So things are about to things were having a bad day. It's about to get worse.
Yeah, I mean, actually, honestly, that's really a triple in one go. You get Quake, you get a chance of a piece of really good loot, and you get some Bacchus for your trouble. Not bad.
So who's left that could be rough on the hook? I'm not... Ogo? I think Ogo's it.
Yeah, probably.
D-Lunars can be very mean if we see
Evil
them.
Wall? No, Evil Wall, King Queen. Well, this Mylon or Mylon Zed is not going to have a good day. That's not going to be a problem. Mylon Zed flying.
Hey,
Interesting fact.
that's only one. We don't know the other one. There's still ways for Asuka to troll. Come on. Give her some credit here.
Oh yeah, the King Queen spot could have Dark Knight Cecil, it could have Evil Wall, it could have... I guess even Ogopogo. Anything that punches, basically. It could have Dark Imps.
Oh, God. So... You think we're going to see a Blade Man grind today? Maybe?
No. As much as
Probably
I
not.
love that grind, no.
Once again, bringing up that grind for no particular reason whatsoever.
Who hurt you?
In this case, myself. I rolled the seed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so what level does Iridia learn Virus?
26. Don't ask me why I know this. It's just a number.
Yeah, it's just a number.
A number that requires a lot of XP. One that we fortunately don't have to worry about today.
So Mike also going for some Eblin loot here. Doesn't know where the traps are like Saradin did, so we'll take a little bit longer. Lunar Sparkle at the King Queen spot.
Oh!
That is Ogopogo.
It's almost like we spoke that into existence.
That's not pleasant.
That's... Oh.
Especially if Edge dies immediately.
Yeah, that's just drink a Bacchus with Kane and hope for the best.
Yeah, the good news here... Well, you know what? There is no good news here.
No.
No, there's really not. Your damage dealer got punched down immediately, then your healer got punched down immediately. I think they're all going to die except Edge.
Yeah, this is immediate Bacchus and then pray. Multiple.
Yeah,
Bacchus.
Edge needs to not get sniped. You could curse Edge if you have that curse ring, but then your one real damage dealer in that fight is not doing much. So, not really an option.
Chat's mentioning Drain Spears were an option in the Eblin shop. So.
Oh, for darts.
That is
Yeah.
potential.
That would be a way to expedite this. I mean,
okay.
I don't blame not going for it. Power Ninja is pretty good, except
Yeah.
exactly this.
Yeah.
Especially if Ogo keeps punching down exactly the wrong targets.
It's almost like Ogo was programmed to be a pain in the butt.
You know what? Our restreamer just heard us, and by us I mean me, wishing the worst of things upon her, and just channeling that into the seed instead.
The only silver lining here is that this is the King Queen Evelyn spot and not the Ruby spot. And even then,
silver
I don't
lining
think that's
is
much of a silver lining.
silver lining. Those are words that you used,
Yes.
and I'm proud.
Hey, Ogo did not target Edge. It's a miracle. I'm almost tempted to throw both Grimoires and hope for the best. Almost.
Grimoire, which I think would trigger a blaze, but not.
It wouldn't kill. Yeah, you would be able to get them both off as long as somebody doesn't get punched. And if one rolls for a Bahamut, you're through.
Well, Edge's berserked and everyone else's. Well, Porm's up for a moment. Edge just needs to get a couple good swings here.
I think
That
one more will do it.
might be good enough.
Oh.
No. Oh. Okay. We may see after a couple more tries, we may see a grind up to Blink. I know I said no to Blade Bend, but you know what? Here we are.
I'm really thinking get one swing on Edge, and then throw the Grimoires, and just... Because if you're gonna lose, at least you're gonna lose that quickly, as opposed to a long, drawn-out fight here.
Yeah, Bacchus with Edge immediately, which I think... Yeah, Saradin's gonna use that Bacchus. And then...
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought we had 2 Grimoires. We have 1. That's a little less
Start the Curative. Start the Curative, cover Edge. This is basically just get Edge to punch like 3 times.
Oh, we have
and
one.
she has Blink. She has Blink already. Okay,
And
and then
it doesn't help.
board AI just says, yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And cover, unfortunately, is meaningless now as Cecil... Well, Cecil took the hit, and that's the important thing. And
then Edge took a hit for more than his maximum health. Well.
Yeah.
Wisely switching that mute back for Ninja Sword. And once back into the breach. So here's the thing. Edge is fast. This spot is fast. This spot has, I believe, somewhere around 30 agility. Which is basically going to match Edge, if not be possibly a little bit faster than he is right now. Your best recourse is to double slow. However, you have no time. You have absolutely no time to get slow off.
I did
and
not
Porm
see,
dies immediately.
I did not see it was in the Eblin Armor shop, but if there happen to be ninja shirts, I might consider selling the farm to get one right now.
Yeah, or a boomerang in order to put Edge in the back row. That would also be a...
Yeah.
quite a boon.
Alright, we got one.
That Porm needs to live and cast Blink. I don't think it's going to happen.
I think we need to heal Cecil here so he can take another hit.
Yeah, no, they're
or Cecil just
all
takes
dead.
a nap. Yeah. And
no,
there's
just
Edge.
dead. Well.
This is trouble.
That stinks. Yeah, this is tough. We have got ourselves a real, really nasty hook route. I mean, the good news is once we're through this fight, Mylan or Mylan Zed are going to be nothing in comparison.
This is exactly what Mike needed to get back into this. Although he's grabbing a ton of elixirs, it looks like.
Yeah, Mike making the play of casting Stop and then crying with Porm. Why is Porm crying? That's your cue.
Oh. I thought we were just enjoying the cry sound. Now, for some reason, Porum's cry doesn't really do anything. It was supposed to have some sort of effect to make it more likely for monsters to run away. But that was scrapped, and that same value was then used for Edge's steal chances. So, in effect, Cry actually makes it more likely to steal.
Yep, exactly. Perfect explanation.
Just never get to see it, because obviously you never see them together. Except, here.
Not only do you never see them together, the crying in order to run away faster, literally it never comes up until the very end of the game in the Lunar Subterrane when you don't have Porm.
Yeah, it's
because
funny. Yeah.
The encounters that are like level, I don't know, 96 and above or something like that, they made it so that it takes longer to run away, basically.
So, having never played the SNES version, and my only experience before Free Enterprise was the DS version, Cry is actually incredibly powerful in that version of the game, so I had no idea that Cry did nothing coming to Free Enterprise.
Oh yeah, in the DS version it's a defense debuff, right?
Yeah, it just had defense.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. incredibly powerful in that version.
Well, even if it did that in this game, almost every enemy in the game has no defense.
Yeah.
The only enemy I can think of that has meaningful physical defense is the King Ryu's. The back King Ryu, for whatever reason, is actually kind of hardy. The blue dragons also might have just a ton of defense in general.
I'd be very
So
tempted
about that Grimoire.
Yeah. I'd be very tempted to burn the elixir on Cecil right here. Just
Gotta
to
do
let him
something to
take
get
it.
through this.
Well, that'll do it.
That might be something.
Blarg go Blarg, and we're through.
And Saradin is through. Well done. Just roll Bahamut. It's fine. Sometimes, though, that's what you gotta do
Yeah.
in order to get through a situation like that. Especially if nothing else is working.
And the only advantage there is you're going to die to a blaze counter if that is not Bahamut. So at least you're out of the fight quickly and you get to throw it again. So, Mylon, thank you for the heal, and you're about to, yeah, gonna have a bad day.
Yeah, Saradin very smartly running back to save. I do
Yeah.
think this encounter is so much safer that it's probably not going to be an issue, but there's just no reason at all to risk that.
Mike with the curse ring, I don't know if you want to curse Edge, to be honest. It's not really going to help that much here.
Oh, Edge with the full moon though.
Yeah, that is going to make a large difference.
That's really important. Putting the white shirt on Porum also rather important.
Well, you know what? I might have almost been tempted. If I don't know if Mike has the crystal armor, but I would have been tempted to put the white shirt on Cecil if not.
No, that's fair.
Okay, yeah, if he has the crystal armor, then there's no reason to do that. But that white shirt on Cecil will get you through quite a lot in terms of cover strats.
Yeah, turns out t-shirts in Final Fantasy IV pretty powerful. Between the white shirt and the power shirt.
Ninja shirt.
Ninja shirt.
Who needs defense if you can just kill the enemies faster, though? If you kill them before they attack, there's no need to take damage.
I think Saradin did to get through Oga.
Yes, okay. From J. Brune, Final Fantasy IV in a nutshell. Mylon Z floats, CPU doesn't, and Bahamut isn't a dragon. That just sums this game up right there.
It sure does. Also, the D-Lunars are not weak to Holy. They are weak to things that hurt the undead, but they do not have the Holy weakness.
Things you only learn by playing the game.
Yep.
Ruby in the Elements fight absorbs Holy, or absorbs White. Who knew? Says the person who just healed him for 8,000 damage.
I think the elements, the various elements phases, they heal the elements they're not weak to in general.
That does make sense, yeah.
Yeah. Also, chat pointing out Ruby is a mage in the elements fight, but not a mage when he's by himself.
Shoutouts to our tracker Sheep Launcher keeping the button. Or I don't know. Are you trying to eat the buttons first so Possum can't, or I'm not sure what we're doing there, Sheep.
Look, buttons are delicious.
Depends on the buttons. If they're pure sugar, that's one thing.
Yeah. Did you have candy buttons growing up?
My sister usually took them for me before I could eat them.
Oh. Also, Saradin through. Well done. Mike, in the meanwhile, about to get the business here.
Yeah. Well, I think just you back road Edge and now you leave him in the front row.
Well, He'll at least have the option to reevaluate this once this goes south, because I
Yeah.
kind of
Although,
thinking it's gonna go south first couple times.
well, the exit cast from Porum is not a good start.
Nope.
Oh, that's one way to get through this. That was the Dragoon Spear. Oh, well, he also has a white spear, but yeah, we're through.
Wow, throwing the Dragoon Spear is...
I think I would have rather put the Dragoon on Kane and throw the Gunder.
So it hurts your soul, but also you get through the fight.
It hurts less when you have a white spear in backup.
It does. The Dragoon Spear for grinding, specifically eggs, is...
Yeah. I think maybe
actually
throw a
really
white
gonna
spear
slow him
instead.
down compared to Saradin.
Although the
like,
white
Ninja...
spear is gonna benefit him here.
Yeah, I mean, Power Ninja is strong enough to one-shot an egg pretty soon, but it's not like an immediate thing.
He does still have a Shuriken, and that might be enough to get through an egg, honestly. But that's only
Also,
one
shout
egg.
out to Mike just swag into Malency immediately afterwards. If I were him, I might be like, you know what? If I die here, I get my Dragoon Spear back. So.
I think that's not. You know what? That's not insignificant, actually.
But also, like I was saying earlier, this encounter compared to also, hold on, Cecil punching Kane in the face for 1 damage and knocking him down. That was amusing. Anyways, this encounter is so much easier either side, Mylan or Malency, compared to that Ogopogo. I actually think it's a really good swag.
I think I'd be torn, just because I don't want to risk something going stupid and having to fight
absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't blame any runner for running back to that save point. Meanwhile,
the crystal armor does make a large bit of difference, yes. That 1 damage per hit from on Cecil.
Yep. Meanwhile, how many Sirens do you think Saradin's going to steal here?
30 sounds like a good number.
30 is a number. That is a lot.
30 sounds like a very good number to me.
I mean, 30 would be good for Rydia.
Alright, fine, 25.
So, there are 2 ways Saradin can go about this. Saradin could steal either maybe a dozen of them and hope to use them once you have 10 key items, maybe a few up front. Or we might actually get like 20 to 25 Sirens stolen here, and you just crack them immediately.
Yeah, my concern is you have 3 key items. Now, you've seen a lot of the non-key items already, but you're very low on key item checks, and I don't like the chances of getting to 10 before having to go to the moon.
Yeah, so it's a tricky decision how many Sirens you steal here. You don't have Rosa, so you can't be like, well, I'll steal until Cure 4. Porum learns Cure 4 at level 48. Unlike Rosa, who learns it at, what, like 39, so that's not a good metric. But
Try
some
turning
levels
on
up
chase
front...
bells and see what happens. It gets even worse.
Funny enough, for Porum, not really. For Rosa, yes. Chase Bells on Rosa doesn't learn White until level 55. Same with Rydia.
That just hurts my soul to hear.
Yeah.
That number.
A glass helmet
You know
in
what
the
would
Feymarch freebie.
you know what helped against Togo? A glass helmet.
Just sort of taunting you. Like, hey,
Oh,
you wanted this forever ago. Also,
yeah, that's a note march. We're gonna just say goodbye to that.
the best feeling in case summon is to look at the Feymarch, say, F this, I'm out, see
Yep.
you never. Goodbye, Val. Goodbye, CPU.
Yeah, your mage party is now pretty safe, to be honest. You don't need to keep that cane around if you come across a Rydia or a Rosa and want to go reflect strats.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, also chat pointing out the skill shown on display here by both runners. Mike in particular doing some good inventory management out of his Ruby phase fight. Mike is an Ancient Cave runner. Did you know this? In Lufia 2. Ancient Cave being that game's like... It's like a game within a game. It's like a random dungeon crawler. Really kind of ahead of its time. Really fun. But speedruns that, I think has a pretty good score on the leaderboard.
I've never played Lufia. Oh, I did not know that existed.
So Lufia 2, the RPG. If nothing else, look up its music because it's amazing.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of it in Free Enterprise.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Lufia 2 from the Twin Harp. That's true.
Yeah. So the final answer for the number of sirens was 20 from Saradin. And I think we're going to see all 20 right now.
Yeah, we're either going to see all 20 right now, or we'll pop maybe 9 or so, and be kind of moon ready with that, and then delay the rest of them. I think you could go either way. I would probably just do the 9, but I would not blame the full 20. The main thing about doing 20 is that I don't think it's enough to get to white or nuke.
No.
And if you're going to go that far, you'd kind of like the power spike. Mike, meanwhile, doing his freebies first. The Fame Arch had nothing but Sheila 1 holding on to that key to the Barren Sewer.
I think I like just the play to use the sirens right now. I don't see you getting the 10 key items before Moon is required. And so you're in the same spot with less than 10 key items.
Yeah, well, we'll see which way Saradin wants to go. I think there is no truly wrong answer there.
Agreed, yeah.
Mike running in. Gonna do Baron after getting that Sheila 1. I think Mike, very prescient about doing that Sheila 1. May have come up in his last race. I won't spoil that race. It was a really good one, but...
I'm not sure about...
might be on his mind.
Not sure about skipping the Baron shop, though. You don't have a great weapon for Cecil, and a light sword could show up there.
That's fair. I mean, you could do it after this. An interesting thing, because you lose the Baron key after doing this chuck. You don't have to go through the menuing of opening the shop. So I mean, I don't mind this.
That is true.
Yeah. Very wisely healing up, though. Don't want to go in at 1 hit point. Octomam, which I'm surprised I remembered that, is the Baigen boss spot, so not really going to trouble Mike at all.
Well, to be fair, it's only been an hour. It hasn't been like 3 or anything, right?
I mean, I often forget what I was doing like 5 minutes ago, okay?
Fair, same. Wait, who are you?
I don't know. I'm a person. They let me in this booth. I started talking. It felt too awkward to tell me to get out.
I was about to say, if that's not a mood, I don't know what is.
Since Octomam and Eggs are not really going to be trouble for a moment, just to go back to Lufia briefly. Lufia 2, RPG from the 90s, great music. It had a game within a game. It had this ancient cave where you took a party of your choosing. There's like 10 characters, 7 or something like that. There's more than 4. 4 is your max. So you get to pick who you bring into that cave, and then there's 100 floors or something like that, and every floor is randomly generated, random enemies, and it scales up in difficulty. Really kind of ahead of its time. A lot of fun.
My experience before this has really just been all Zelda randomizers, so I don't really have much experience with RPG randos. I may need to look into that.
Yeah, well, that's just the base game. That is the vanilla, untouched experience. Just had that game within it.
Ah, gotcha.
There's a
Sparkle.
sparkle on the Baron throne. We found our wyvern.
Hey, objectives exist.
Lit 2 not going to do anything.
You know, that'd be
Okay,
a very,
little bit, but...
yeah, very different story if we were at the Baron basement versus the Baron throne.
Oh yeah, that would not be great.
Yeah. Yeah, there have been some very, very interesting witch burns in this tournament. That was not one of them, but witch burn is, it can catch you by surprise if you're not paying attention.
I like this call it from chat. Lit 2 explaining why Wyvern replaced Kenatsu. Or how.
I also get the casual reminder that Wyvern is not flying and can be hit by Quake.
Yep. Bahamut also does not fly.
Well, we have a decision to make.
Goodbye. Yep.
At this point, I'd make the same decision. Tella,
you don't have a slingshot. You don't have any slingshot set up because you've gone this far into the seed, and you have a grind in Edge already, and you have Bacchus, which the kind of utility of Tella is that he's a second Berserk caster. So of all the times, of all the times you get to say no to Tella, it's that one. Go ahead.
The D Machine grind is always in the back of your mind in these seeds. It's always present. And I think so many of us have done so many D Machine grinds on CZ4, we're just happy to see something that's not. To be perfectly honest.
Just getting a white spear heifer is trouble. That
it's a very nice start.
Stinks.
That's a very nice
start. It's a nice start. It's worth a ton of money, and we got an objective, so that was worth.
Hey, Kane can now deal damage to the D-Lunars? Maybe?
Yeah. I think the white spear is only holy element.
Yes.
It's not strong against the undead, so no. Frustratingly enough.
It's a weird feeling using white spear to reflect holy, or to reflect white onto Zeromas for about 700 damage.
Yeah, also, Kane just taunting Cecil at this point. It's like, do you know that meme of the guy, like, that says, you know, why can't I hold all these lemons? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That's Kane and spears right now. Why can't I hold all these spears? Meanwhile, Cecil's just like, come on.
Come on, bro.
So Mike taking the other approach, cracked maybe a couple sirens at most, and is going to run to Dwarf Castle, I believe.
I think just the one.
Yeah. Get a little bit of a power spike, and then go see what the dwarves have.
Kane looking at Cecil saying, I'm in charge now.
This is the Kane show. Actually, the Edge show, but
Ha?
So in this spot, not only does Golbez give you a mandatory open mic night comedy show that you never wanted, he has to dance before that.
The only good thing about this spot is that you might be able... It's going to be so slow, you might be able to get around to Palom for a Venom.
Palom's going to be the slowest party member. You would have to run buffer, I think, every action. Also, that was interesting. Anyways,
well, we made it to Palom.
Palom took the first option. Oh, I think Edge is cursed. The Venom on just one is not what he wanted.
Unfortunate, yes. This game is very good at eating inputs.
It really is.
Yeah.
Again, that's the thing about going fast, is that sometimes it's very easy to go just a little too fast. That's how inputs get eaten, because you tried to, press the right button to target all and then hit A, and it just went a little too fast, and it ate your right input, and you just hit A instead.
Right,
Never done that at all.
All right, we hit the
not over.
20%. We hit the 25%. Now can we hit the 33%? And we did. So the one Venom pays off in the end.
Yeah. This is a pretty good situation. The magic here is not trivial.
I think
Kane would have...
you would rather had someone else other than Edge alive here, just in terms of XP, but you're not going to complain.
No. Kane alive would have been nice just because the White Spear really wrecks Golbez weak to Holy, but...
No Fire 3, unfortunately.
Yeah, chat also pointing out it's very easy to get a double input if you hold a button too long. Also, if you do plinking, which, to describe plinking just very, very briefly, it's a way of hitting two different buttons to get the same input. So like if you press down and then Y frames apart, you'll move down twice essentially. It's very easy to overplink, to plink twice instead. So this game's input, it can be tricky.
All right, so who did we have at Dwarf 2? I forget when we went to Zot.
You know the part where I said I don't remember what I did like 5 minutes ago?
That's a Ruby.
We're here.
Which, to be fair, if we're going to have one character alive and another one. He's debating it, actually, just to have a live... Oh.
Oh.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I could see taking Tella just to have a live character here, and then immediately going back to get King.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping has happened, because he didn't even take King's gear either.
Although, one ice 2 and you're out of this.
Yeah, this is actually not dangerous. That Edge is cursed, which is not good for the first fight, but it is good for the second fight. And all Ruby is going to do is punch and glare, which, to be fair, is
damage to Tella.
Yeah, which, to be fair, is painful, but the spot only has a little over 2,000 health, 2,400, something like that.
So I heard you got another... We're throwing the Shuriken instead of the White Spear. That's not going to do it on its own.
No, that's fine. You throw that, you cast Quake. This is done.
Yeah, Virus. Alright, well, at least...
Board AI choosing to be kind.
Yeah.
For once.
Although, lifing Tella here makes me wonder if he's going to keep Tella.
Might have just wanted targets to punch.
Possible.
We'll see what he does after this. I certainly hope he goes back to pick up that cane. That cane
Yeah.
really our only other damage dealer on this team.
I hope so. And then the Crystal Sword pops up right here.
Slingshotting Tella is really not the dream.
Did you know Tella reaches 25 agility at level 66?
I did not.
There is no particular reason at all why I know this information. Please don't ask any questions. Tele Hero sucks. Let's just say that.
Sounds like you've had some interesting seeds in your time. That's a rat tail from the dwarves. They said, please take this out of here. It was in the trash. We don't want it. Here's your reward for saving us from these terrible bosses. The tail of a rat.
Yeah, I have to think we're heading straight... Well, no. There was a thought there. I have to think we're going to go to Masidia and get Kane back.
Well... If he doesn't, we'll have two Berserk casters. The Demon Machine will be online.
For one Berserk target?
Yeah.
If we get something for Cecil, we have a second Berserk target.
Yeah.
But...
We'll see how it plays out. There's also very possible, you know,
yeah.
Mike is seeing something that we're not. Let's see what the rat tail reward is.
Oh.
This is my favorite turn in the game.
Because you don't have to do another menu input to turn it in?
No, he's just like, oh, Pinktail,
Oh.
here, take this instead.
Well, so about that Rydia.
That isn't in the seed. Yeah.
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 So that's like, what, 40 grand then, roughly?
That's money. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is indeed somebody else's crystal sword.
Oh, I thought we were going to Mysidia.
No, we're not. Going to top of tower.
I understand the play. You have one alive character. I do get it. It just, I'm amazed you don't. I think you have to go back.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. The other thing Kane is good for is that top of tower has a dark elf. And that dark elf is weak to holy, and its second form is a dragon, which Mike doesn't have the dragoon spear anymore, but either of those weapons, white spear or dragoon spear, really wrecks that boss. And it's especially important at this encounter because it has the top of tower encounter has pretty terrible stats, so it's mostly just a tank. It has a ton of health.
Dathis bringing up a point in chat. We have weak on Tella for the dragon form of Dark Elf.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That's also that's a very, very good way to get through that also. Yeah. You do have to deal the damage to get through the first half, but then weak will just turn it to single hit point values, and then one swing and it's done.
There's
the Dark Dragon...
Yeah,
the Dark Dragon, for whatever reason, doesn't have the boss bit. Sorry, go ahead.
There's also a decent shot you could set Kane up for a slingshot here by not having him in the party right now.
Yeah. Level 66 Kane.
I'm not opposed.
May not get to 66, but still.
Yeah. I have heard worse ideas. That is definitely not not a worse idea. Give me an Avenger if you're going to do that, please.
Well, speaking of a Cecil weapon, Final Light Sword.
I don't know if Mike is going to check that. That could be...
Oh, and ninja hats. Yes, please. Do you have that second white spear? Oh, I don't think Saradin's done dwarf yet. We're selling the farm to get a ninja hat.
Yep.
So ninja hat gives +3 agility. Pretty useful for hitting certain agility breakpoints at various points in the game, especially the final boss.
The black magic that is agility calculation in this game.
Yeah. Also, something I didn't really credit earlier. Did I mention that real ultimate power ninja is pretty strong?
No, I don't think we've mentioned that today.
I think Dark Elf is also weak to just power ninja.
Yeah, a lot of enemies in this game seem to be weak to damage.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of enemies are indeed weak to virus and a stick.
We could use some of those very strong sticks at the moment. We have strong ones, but we could always use stronger ones.
Yep. So Saradin, also thinking about that Sheila one. No idea why. Anyways. Also about to set that up.
Sounds like you have some interesting seeds of yourselves over there.
Yes, indeed. I like the way Saradin routed it. You know you have so much of the seed left to do that you do some of the other underground things first and then do your freebies. I don't think either one is wrong. It's just, I think that's the thought process there, and I like it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mike getting the reward of a Luca key from the top of tower.
So the chain continues.
Yep.
Mike now deciding to grab sirens.
So we are suddenly at 7 key items.
Now I'm wondering if we're going to get the edge, if we're getting sirens now. We could just be preparing for 10. And again, setting up a slingshot on Kane would be nice here. But we may be in for the long haul with this Tella.
Well, if we're taking sirens, the slingshotting isn't really...
Not even for... Well, true. Yeah, true.
Yeah, so for anyone not aware, what we mean by slingshot is that in this randomizer, as a default setting, any characters that are that 5 or more levels under the median level of the party will get double experience from encounters until they catch up to within 5 levels. So if you have a team of 2 people at level 10 and then everyone else is at level 15 and above, the median party level is 15. Wait, is it 5 or is it over 5? I actually forget.
5.
Anyways,
yeah.
They would get, yeah, it's 5, so they would get double experience. Really good in the D Machine encounter grind because you were doing 1 encounter total, summoning machine dragons over and over in the same battle. And then that character, any characters that get slingshot get that all at once, versus the sirens when you're summoning yellow dragon eggs, you're doing many encounters. Saradin showing us the dwarf shop. There is a samurai bow and a charm stick. It's like we're interested in the samurai bow. I'd be interested in the charm stick, but that's...
Yeah.
Samurai bow is a reasonable Cecil weapon when you don't have much else. It's also pretty good for like a heroine robe Porum. Very good for Rosa. Mike got his sirens, and I didn't count how many he got, but he wasn't in that fight for very long, so I don't think he got... I'm gonna guess he got around 12.
Definitely did not get 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely not 20.
Yeah. 11 in chat is saying.
Yep, 11. 11's a good number.
I could see half of those here, half on the moon.
Yeah.
Also, another reason to keep Tello around. If you're going to take sirens on the moon, you can weak gold dragons.
Yep, that's very true. Palom can stop them, and then Tello could weak them. Though, so awkwardly, because he got rid of the Dragoon Spear, Dragoon Spear also really good against that encounter.
Yes.
Exploiting the weakness. There's a crystal sword from the 3rd trap that Mike opened. Never mind.
Yep.
Nothing matters anymore.
So, about that light sword in Tamra. Nope.
We have Nuke on a Stick. We have better than Nuke on a Stick.
Asuka being so nice to our runners today, giving them a crystal sword.
I hear if we keep talking about crystal swords, we might not exist anymore.
I'll take that chance.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, the new tier 8 specifically for crystal sword it's crystal sword, adamant armor, and Avenger.
Yep, and without no, not even Avenger. It's just the holy swords and
that's right, and
adamant armor, which is off. So it's literally just Excalibur or crystal sword. Yeah, Avenger is tier 7.
So things just kind of blow up to Nuke on a Stick.
Yeah, they very much do. Also, chat pointing out that Mike's did not save outside.
I think he's last locationing. Yeah,
I want to say this is our very last check. This has to lead to either the Pan, the Tower Key, or Darkness directly.
Yeah.
Or Demist is hiding nowhere. I can't think of where Demist could be hiding.
This could be
Odin
package holding a Demist.
Yeah, or Odin Throne could have it. I don't think we checked the Odin Throne.
Yeah, maybe Saradin checks before he goes back underground. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was not on an overworld overworld location.
Saradin saying, look, I love you on so many seeds that I played. You enable a really great grind to make the seed easier, but this time, no. The door is that way. Please don't come back.
Yeah. Waterfall was elements, if I remember right.
Yep. Waterfall was elements, Antlion was at the Mist Cave. Antlion, of course, just lost on his way to the moon.
Again, we need to report a bug. So what do we have here? There's a tower key.
There's the tower key. Which,
Interesting.
okay. This is quote-unquote vanilla. The top of tower led to a tower key. We're going to call that quote-unquote vanilla.
Now, this needs to be darkness then from tower. Oh!
Or Demist at the Odin Throne has it.
Oh no. The crystal is the key item, yes, but I don't think you're going to want that to be your 10th.
Oh, please be on Demist because it's just really funny. They're gonna get Mike will get funneled to do it very quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna feel too bad about it.
Looks like we're going double Starveil on Porum. And then probably Berserking Edge with that Mute Knife. Oh no.
Realizing that Tala can just cast Wall.
And just a Starveil on Porum to allow Hallam to launch some spells, I think.
Yeah, gonna Berserk Cecil. Could also Berserk Edge. I'm not actually sure who would do more damage. It's probably Edge. Edge is wearing that power shirt.
And has the Mute Knife.
Right, for the quad damage. I mean, the Crystal Sword's really strong. It's gonna be fine, but...
Yeah. That's Unberserked Edge
he passed the power shirt off to Cecil.
Unberserked Edge doing 50% more. And Tella guarding the floor, because someone has to.
Yeah, but again, I mean, Berserking really either of those two.
I
mean, Ashura having the wall on her. We'll get through this really quickly, yeah.
Why not both?
One more punch. Ashura's down.
Yeah, just Berserk them both. Why not? So, interesting divergence here potentially coming up. So, at this point, these two items have to lead to Pan or Darkness Crystal. I don't think they can lead to anything else. One of these two has to lead that way.
Correct. Which is it, though? I think we're going to find out from Saradin first.
Yeah.
There is a world where this Demus has nothing, or it has a pan into nothing, which would feel kind of bad.
Yeah.
There's also a world where this tower key has nothing.
Mike,
or a pan into nothing,
Mike has to go Baron basement if this doesn't have anything.
Right. One of these chains might not lead to value. Demist has the Darkness Crystal. Well,
now, this would be very bad, I think, if Mike finds a pan.
If Mike finds a pan, he would have to find half a forge or
Sand Ruby
from it.
His only advantage might be a shorter grind and getting 10 key items, potentially.
Right.
Because if this is pan, then he's going to have 10 key items by the time he gets to the moon. So I heard you like free fights at free locations.
Nope. Oh, as a viewer, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This moon is shaping up to be very nasty.
So we've got a really interesting dichotomy. Is that the word I want? We've got a very interesting difference between these two runners' situations. Mike having very different key items, and about to get possibly bad news from this chain, but has 8 key items? Closer to 10.
And a crystal sword.
And he has a crystal sword. Saradin, in the meanwhile, has that cane with a dragoon spear and a white spear.
I don't know if Saradin has any sirens left, but I would be tempted to take 1 or 2 right now.
Yeah, especially with that cane. But on the other hand, you know you have to do moon stuff. You know you have to kill moon bosses here. Unless this tower chain literally has everything, but I don't think it can.
I honestly, Pan would be okay if it leads to either Sand Ruby or Half a Forge, because then you're getting 10 key items.
Yeah, that would be great for Mike. That's progression towards an objective and 10 key items.
Hi, other Mylon.
Pan by itself is not great if it has nothing at the end of it.
Hey, we can get underground.
That's
a thing that exists.
So, top of tower.
Mike? Oh.
I think we're interested in a silk web.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so if you siren here, you get the rarest encounter, which is a centipede, and centipedes you can steal silk webs from. Silk webs cast a double slow on use, AoE.
Yeah, at this
which
point,
is pretty dang good.
His darkness is going to be his 10th key item, so do we just use the sirens on Earth, maybe, even?
His darkness is going to be his 9th.
1, 2, 3.
The past does not count as a key item.
No, he has 9.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I can count. Counting is hard.
I believe I was told there would be no math. Mike?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Well, Mike is going to have to go kill that Deimist. I think we're picking up Kane first.
Yeah. Yeah, if you were not going to pick up Kane, I think you take his weapons for the dart.
Yeah. Goodbye, Tella. Hello, Kane.
Tella, you've done your job now. Just sit here and pray.
Yep.
You get to live in this version of the story, but just sit here and pray. I think
we gave you a free lift to Miss Cydia.
Yeah.
The scenic route, but
yeah, I think Odin Throne is the only thing Mike has left. I think this has to be.
Yeah. He is funneled into this. There's nothing left.
He did not.
Which is very
okay. I think we're gonna turn around and heal.
This is very good news for him. I don't think healing is too much of a concern.
Kane is still down, and you're at about half HP on everybody else.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh. What have you done? Okay, that one Mike can sell. That one he can sell. But it's... You know those rare situations where you're upset at seeing a crystal sword?
Yeah, this is one of them.
You have one and you can't throw the second. Yeah.
Well, as soon as Mike gets his darkness crystal, goes to cave value, kills Mylon and friends, and gets a crystal sword, he will be very, very, very unhappy. Because that is your one advantage. You're positive you have. You were almost dead positive your opponent did not take 3 traps at the tower in Lower Babel to get a crystal sword.
Quick request: can we swap things around to make this an omnidextrous mid-seed?
I don't think they need it.
But dual wielding crystal swords, come on. It's just fun.
Omnidextrous is a very fun, wacky flag, I will admit.
And there's another old man.
We said no. Love you, Tella, but please.
We get the point. C maybe is a very interesting flag. It really is.
So we drop him off in Mysidia, right? And then
yeah.
So we're like, how did you get here?
So we now have a Tella on Earth, a Tella underground, and a Tella on the moon. Tella truly is the greatest sage of all time.
He is. Especially since, because there are no dupes, that is the same Tella. That is the same exact Tella.
Look, Tella invented the time turner. It's fine. It's fine. It's all canon.
So, let me talk about how good that crystal sword was for Saradin for a moment. Saradin already ahead. On the moon already. Faded top of tower. Not going to get bamboozled by that pretty awful time-wasting chain, which was a very, very good, reasonable play. One that many runners will make on ZZ4 flags, and sometimes it just turns into that, which is not great. But Mike's like one advantage was having a crystal sword, and Saradin just got one. So, not that Saradin knows this, but he's sitting very, very pretty.
Yeah. We are vanilla D-luners with Sand Ruby anyone? Hey, Porum has Cure 4. Neat.
Porum is level 49.
Palom's still a couple levels away from Nuke, but he's going to get there shortly.
Yeah, the only advantage Mike has left is that he has 10 key items, or he will after the DMS turn.
Oh. Hi. That's a boss with 42,000 HP.
Yeah, the Lunar Subterranean bosses all punch really hard, and Evil Wall cheats. Evil Wall acts like berserkers. So the game, very briefly, the way this game queues up actions, the game is going to look at your character and say, okay, you're ready to see the menu, and then it's got to come back to your character in order to actually get to the menu and then take an action. So it kind of takes 2 times around, but if you're berserked, you just swing every time like the game's pointer comes to you. And Evil Wall is essentially doing the same thing because of the way that it is scripted. That's why it punches so frequently. It's hitting twice as often as it would normally.
Yeah, it runs a chain that as soon as it starts its script, nothing else can act. So it just jumps everything.
Yep. Because normally the Evil Wall would have to be like, okay, I'm ready to take an action, and then the game would kind of come back to it, and then it would act. But instead it's just doing that every single time the game comes to it. But we're at endgame levels. Cecil's going to take a million punches before going down. This Evil Wall is not actually going to be a challenge.
Game's got jokes at the moment. What was that? A 5,500 damage punch from Cecil, or did I miss the Crystal Sword animation?
That might just be a. Oh,
there is the sword. Yeah,
that's a lot of damage.
We have swag rocks on Porum. Or Palom, excuse me. Well, so there's our key items.
Yeah, Legend Sword and Pan, both from the Ribbon Room. That could be double required.
That's 9 key items for Saradin, not that he needs them at the moment. But
yeah, at Saradin's levels, taking all those Sirens early doesn't really need the 10 key item bonus.
Yeah. There's never such a thing as too much XP in this game, though.
With Sea Hero, there kind of is a thing as too much XP sometimes.
Fair.
Particularly with Edward, who getting faster and getting him levels doesn't really help him, but it impedes your party. But for the most part, yes, more levels really doesn't hurt.
The hourglass coming very much in handy here against the imps.
Yeah, just kind of guaranteeing that they don't get to act. It's more about speeding this encounter up than anything.
Yeah.
Especially if the stone missed.
So, speaking of that, Edward, how would you like the strongest weapon in the game that you can't equip on these flags?
Yeah, the spoon is the game's most powerful dart. It will do, at these levels, quad 9s to anything you throw at it. The best thing about the spoon is that for the rest of this moon, Saradin, for the rest of these encounters, they have 10,000 less hit points, basically. If you want to look at it that way. You could also throw it at Zeromus, but honestly, Edge with the gear that he has is better off being berserked. So I would dart this at, like, one of these two moon bosses. Well,
not this one. One quake and you're out.
This is actually where you wish you had the... one quake will not do it here. I believe a bluff into quake might be enough.
It might be easier just to say toad into rocks just for the swag.
Alright, looks like we're queuing up quake. If we can get hits onto all three of the back dolls, which I think is what Saradin's doing here. Yep. Yeah, so 2 good hits. Not enough for the bottom doll. Gotta hit the bottom doll one more time. The top doll goes down. Okay, good. Cal punched one more time, so we're gonna get through this without summoning the big doll. Very well done by Saradin.
There's the nuke on Palom. And that's a sand ruby.
There's your sand ruby. We are D-Lunars or an adamant rock away from go mode, and D-Mist cannot be hiding. D-Mist cannot be hiding one of these things because we found her already.
Are we sure this is easy 4 seed? There's actually items on the moon. I'm not used to this.
I mean, there are, you know what? Of the matches I've watched, especially like the past week or so, the moon has had a lot of value.
Alright.
There are definitely going to be these seeds where, because K-Summon is off, that every moon spot has a key item. And Mike just became very, very sad finding a crystal sword that he already had.
It's like, at least give me an Excal I can throw. Come on.
Yeah, he now knows Saradin also has this Excalibur, and that advantage is nullified. Not the greatest feeling.
Leviathan has moved? He's moved. We're just saying nope.
Yeah, this is a free fight. This spot has really pathetic magic, and all...
we didn't heal. Got it.
And all that Ogo does is cast Ice 2 and Wave. Which, I mean, Wave is annoying, but you Berserk, and the spot doesn't really have that much health. It's kind of on the lower end for moon bosses. I also really like the use of the elixir from Saradin. That is a time-saving, like, you know what, just give this child all of her hit points and magic back so she can cure for the party, and I don't have to sit through a Calvin or 10, especially if they don't have any, which is very possible.
Yeah, I can't remember seeing any in shops, to be honest. Although,
yeah, I don't
kind of stopped shopping at this point.
Yeah, I don't recall either. There are a couple shops I know that they looked at that I might have missed what items they picked up, but yeah, I don't remember seeing them either. So yeah, this Leviathan either will have a package or adamant or nothing. Same with the Murasame altar. And then that pan is also potential at one of those things. There's really not much left of this seed.
Well, you spoke package into existence.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
And
I don't know about that.
so, Saradin reset out of that, which I'm going to say, by the time you're out of that cutscene and then you get to exit, it's not really a time save, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The other slightly awkward...
Well...
Okay, it would be slightly awkward if the package had the D-lunars, but you know that the Murasame altar or the pan lead to adamant, so it's really not going to matter.
It also gives him the elixir back. So I don't think he's saved after using the elixir.
Actually, yeah, that's a really good point. The elixir is pretty important. Really can help you save your Zemus fight. Yeah. I think that's what that was for.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chad also pointing out he doesn't know that. I guess Saradin is also looking for a tower key or Luca, and knows that magma could also be a hit. I mean, it would be a miss, but it could be one of the key items.
Well.
So this would be a problem, but
yes,
we have endgame levels, and Cecil's just gonna stand there and be like, yeah, Justice, yeah. He's just kind of tapping his foot right now.
You know, we hear this in vanilla. Can we speed this along a little bit? We've all heard this 1 or 200,000 times.
But did you know that justice is not the only right in this world?
Nope, never heard of it.
I wish at the end of that he just said honk. Or if we could just like randomize what he says at the end of his script. As like an April Fool's joke. Don't tell anybody, that would be great.
Speaking of an adamant, there's adamant and that is go mode for Saradin.
Go mode for Saradin at 1 hour 43 minutes. All we need to do now is forge and turn in the Sand Ruby. What are you hoping for from this forge? Both the shop and from the Supersmith weapon.
I'm hoping for a weapon that we don't equip till we're in the Z fight, because all of Edge's Supersmith weapons, if I remember right, give him 15 agility. Which is great if you're able to hit 56 or 69, but otherwise,
say, but hear me.
You're asking for something dangerous there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but hear me out. 56 agility, RA4 Zeromus. You throw a Silk Web, he's RA8. Because the Silk Web's double slow, doubles the RA number.
I'm fine with the 56 agility. I'm not fine with a 61 or 62. That's where I start getting concerned. Oh yes,
I'm sorry.
Scrap metal is an option too.
Scrap metal is an option. It would be very funny. Because this team doesn't need anything. It needs nothing.
Well, Edge
it needs literally nothing.
Edge has been sitting here the whole time watching all the Kane and
or we get Edge's best weapon. You know, whatever.
All right, we had
and a Murasame
and crystal rings. So you wanted Edge to be faster, I heard.
Saradin very smartly saying, you know what, I have power overwhelming, I'm good. Peace out.
I am somewhat concerned. Oh, we won a soak up. I am somewhat concerned with that. Oh, we're not. Oh,
all
right,
yeah, very wisely running away.
We have another siren. It's fine. It's fine.
Yep.
Almost catastrophic, but we're okay.
Look, I mean, sometimes you take base level Edge into lower Babel, and you go stealing sirens, and then you go to punch it to try to kill it with a Thunderclaw and whatever weapon, and the Searcher doesn't die, the Alert doesn't die, you summon an enemy, and you almost die. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I definitely didn't do that in ZZ4 on stream. It's fine.
There's no proof of that at all, right?
Yeah, except it's recorded for, history, but...
Yeah. Hey, it's a cane. Neat. More importantly, this is going to be a crystal, and we are one trip to Troya away from fighting as Aromas. Oh, Pushwall and chat bringing up the going to steal Sirens after having gone to Fame Archer Sylph and having an edge with 1 HP and failing.
Yeah, so sometimes when you fail to steal, the enemy... I think the flavor is supposed to be the enemy is like booping you on the nose or something. You take like 1 to 3 damage.
Yeah.
Which is basically a boop on the nose, but then...
When you're at 1 HP and the only one alive, that's trouble.
And then Edge dies doing what he loves.
And you just stare at the screen for a few seconds wondering, what in the heck just happened?
It is, by the way, a smart play. Also, Sasuke is on.
I didn't see agility.
I don't think Saradin's looking at his agility. He's just like, you know what? Let's just go.
I'm worried if we're in the 51 to 55 range.
Alright, so I'm looking at my script and it says something about talking about naps.
You know what? I'm up for one right now. I don't know about you, but that would be amazing at the moment.
I mean, if we could just... Yeah, it's just bedtime, really.
Take a nap. Pause the race for like an hour and a half. Everybody take a nap. We'll be fine. We'll come back. We'll fight Zeromus and we'll be done. Excuse me.
As if we don't do this every single time. Anyways, this is Zeromus. Zeromus is big and bad and powerful, and a big bang at Baron Inn would be hilarious, but probably not a very fun experience. So we don't randomize his location, but we do randomize what he looks like. And Cubs, I think that we have a probably sort of important question to ask.
What time is it? No, wait, that's not right. Whose butt is getting kicked? Check the time. Oh, this morning.
Or afternoon, or evening.
Yeah.
I hope it's a horrifying butt.
I hope it has a butt.
I'm just here for like Moon Miss or something.
That's... yeah. Haven't seen you in a while.
Final Fantasy 1 coming back to haunt me.
I was about to say some bad memories. See, mine are of FF9, but yeah.
Is Carrie in FF9? I know that they reprised like
she's the Marlith in 9.
Oh. So did they like? I know that there's like 4 elemental fiends. Are they directly?
Yes.
Those fiends? Got it. Got it.
It's
been so long since I played that game.
They renamed Carrie, but the other 3 are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Marlith
So Saradin...
at the Fire Shrine, Tiamat at Wind, Kraken at Water, and Lich at Earth.
So Saradin able to get a few actions off before that shake and is able to throw out a Silk Web and is doing about 6,000 damage a swing. I think this fight's going to be fine. I hope that's not famous last words, but...
Yeah. There's no such thing as a Z fight as we've seen, unfortunately. Or I say safe Z fight, excuse me.
Yeah, that's very true.
Might be as close as you get, though.
These fights can easily go sideways. Kane, I'm helping. I love how we went from Kane is just holding all these spears, just laughing uproariously to well, this.
Kane is Mr. Perfectly Average, after all.
Yep. Yeah, with that Silk Web on, I don't know which RA breakpoint Edge is at exactly, but the Silk Web has made her at least RA6, if not RA8. which means the higher the number, the slower carry miss acts, basically. An RA6 number will more or less match the party members. And we've got 2 Berserk party members anyway, so just the way this is playing out, I think the agility situation is just fine.
Can I just say that the reflected 1500 heal off of the Cure 4 is like the ultimate BM?
Especially since it's about as much as Kane is doing right now.
Yeah. Kane is helping! And then Cecil says, yeah, no, it was cute earlier. We're done with this. So Mike reset after getting the sand ruby, or not reset, he warped out. I assume to go heal, because he doesn't have any cabins or tents. Got the adamant, and now has to go back in to get the legend. I think he took a wipe at the ribbon room and did not get through on the first try against the wall.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, this damage output is silly, and we're done.
Yeah.
GG's to Saradin, finishing up a very close set between these 2 fabulously talented runners, finishing with an official race spot time of 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 20 seconds.
Silly is indeed the right word. Was that like not a 90-second Z fight?
It went real fast. And I believe we're joined by Saradin now. GG's, Saradin.
Jeez. Thanks.
So, how do you feel about real ultimate power?
The Z fight was a nice change after getting hung up on Ogo Pogo there for a while.
Yeah. Ogo, maybe the only silver lining was being at the King Queen Evelyn spot and not at the Rubicon, but that is about as mean as it gets down there. When you see that, what goes through your mind? What is the play at that point?
Yeah, that one was awkward. I actually wasn't sure how bad it was going to be at first, and then it turns out he's real punchy and real fast. So I had a few shots trying to just get Edge blinked and berserked, and he kept just one-shotting Edge before I could get the blink on him. And then I remembered I had the Grimoire, and it happened to high roll the Hobbit the first time I did it, and that got me through.
Yeah, that was a great sort of changing of plans, especially since, yeah, board AI was really not in your favor. But once you were through that, and then got through the hook route in general, tell us how you were feeling, what was on your mind.
It actually felt a little similar to last night's race. We had a rude hook route, and then it's just immediately grind by stealing sirens. I did take a few more sirens this time than last night, and I feel like that helped out. Then after that, it was just kind of like, well, what's available? Do we check Keyless Tower? Do we fade it? I skipped it. It happened to be the right call. Everything was behind Sheila 1 again.
Yeah, it happened to be very much the right call. I don't know if you two were chatting about this, but then again, I don't know where Mike is in the race yet, and don't tell us. But top of tower had the Luca key, which led to the tower key, which led to nothing.
Magma key, I think. Was
Magma, yeah. It led to magma, which was not a great feeling.
Yeah, I believe it. And D-Lunars, I assume, weren't on that route anywhere. I didn't end up finding them.
No, we've not seen D-Lunars for either of you. So D-Lunars is either at the package or on the giant.
Yeah, it would make sense. And I reset out
those are
of
the only
package.
places. So you now sit. You have now made it to the round of 32. First of all, congratulations. Second of all, what is your what's the game plan going forward?
Really just have fun with it. This is the first time I've made brackets in a tournament, so I was happy to win a match and will be ecstatic if I manage to win another one. So let's just see how it goes.
That's a great attitude to have, and you put on such a good show. Really showed off a lot of great skill here. I think that's it for me for questions. Do you have anything else, Cubs?
No, it's very well done race, well run. You've been getting some very interesting hook routes lately, from what I've been hearing. Shall these continue, or you looking forward to that, or maybe a nice easy magma key seed next round?
I wouldn't mind some magma keys next round, but you know, you get the hard hook routes that kind of trains you for future ones. So,
well, GG, best of luck next week, and looking forward to seeing you back out there.
thanks to all the restreamers.
Yeah, thanks so much, Saradin. Have a good one.
Bye.
And as we were interviewing Saradin, Mike does get through the evil wall. He will find his go mode here with the legend sword.
Yep, Mike making pretty quick work of this moon. Saradin pointing out the benefit of the grind, and it played out really well in his favor here, I think, because Saradin never found 10 key items until it really didn't matter anymore, and those levels helped, especially through that evil wall, I would say. And then the DKC, kind of at the very end of that, though, that's the last thing he did, so I think he would have had 10 key items and had pretty good levels from that anyways, but the levels, you know, you could find ways to shave off time playing these seeds, but I think one of the last ones you might ever think of shaving off is taking less of a grind, because levels are just very good in this game. Very good. They offer damage and safety, and that brings a lot of consistency to your run, which can be really important, and I think it paid off huge dividends for Saradin here.
Mike now doing his grind, taking some gold dragons, and maybe one of the worst feelings in this game, to be honest. You spent all that time to get all those sirens earlier, and you still have them and haven't used them. It just really feels kind of bad.
Yeah, it's one of those learning lessons, especially as you go through more of these seeds. Mike is out of this tournament, but I mean, Mike's put on such a good show.
Absolutely.
Very good, very talented runner. This will not be the last we see of him for sure.
One of several of the pink puffs that have made it through into the bracket. There will only be one moving on to the round of 32, but all involved, I think, put on excellent shows in their first bracket attempts.
Absolutely. The Pink Puff League is one of the best things to happen to Free Enterprise by a long shot. I have been playing this game about a little over a year now, and I was desperately wishing for something like the Pink Puff League. Instead, I joined the Table Salt tournament because it was the only Free Enterprise I could engage with at the time, which was a side tournament running table flags from ZZ3 for folks who didn't make it to the table bracket stage in ZZ3. So it was kind of a Pink Puffish, not really Pink Puff, but it was a side tournament of players closer, I guess, to my skill level, but that was still just throwing me like way into the deep end, like just the deepest of dives. Pink Puff League would have been really neat. For anyone that's not aware of what the Pink Puff League is, real quick, it was a beginners league where you're guaranteed to run against other players of similar skill level.
Yeah, it's hard. It's almost impossible to replicate 1v1 tournament race experience. The ladder has done an excellent job in sort of filling the gap slightly, but these bracket races, there's just the feelings and emotions involved. There's really nothing to prepare you for other than being involved. So it's to have those kind of side tournaments. It's very beneficial for people going into the future.
Yeah, definitely. And the Pink Puff League, it will come back. Our leagues our clubs, I guess it's a league, whatever, terminology, words.
Speaking is
They
hard.
will be coming back. They tend to run in between tournament seasons. So when ZZ4 is over, we don't know exactly when it's coming back, but I would expect Pink Puff League to come back. So that would be late winter, early winter into late winter.
Probably, yeah, about
likely.
5 to 6 weeks from now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know exactly when, but the point
Yeah.
is that fairly soon the Pink Puff League will come back. If you've been watching these, if you've been playing casually and have been curious about racing, maybe you've been nervous about racing, which I certainly understand. I was very nervous the first few times that I raced myself. The Pink Puff League is a great way to kind of put your foot into the water. This is a really great, friendly community, and all the Pink Puffs that we had our last league were a lot of really great folks in that. Some who are becoming up-and-coming runners, many others who just delightful people to interact with. When we have our Pink Puff races going on, like any group race, there's a big chat room that people are in while waiting for the race to kick off, and you just kind of get to chit chat and have a social experience. I just think it's a really great thing. So this is a very long-winded way of saying, come join us.
Yeah, Mike, he decided he wasn't strong enough, so bought a couple Muras for Edge, a couple Zeus gauntlets. I think we want another Zeus gauntlet for Kane. Has the Sasuke. Oh no, we want a couple crystal rings just to make Edge faster.
I mean, at this point, you know that you don't, there's no rush anymore. Consolation prize maybe to just crush Zeromus as absolutely much as possible.
He checked his agility. I did not see what it was, but he just added.
I also missed it.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters with this party though. We might be doing 13,000 damage around.
I think he's going in with double Mura, which each Mura I think is minus 5 agility.
He replaced one Mura with the Sasuke, so he's plus 5.
Oh, okay.
Just got to wake Kane. Wait. Wake the Kane in the bed that the Kane in your part. I'm gonna stop before I can. My brain hurts. I can't.
So about Cool Runnings.
Yes. Excellent movie.
I've yet to see it.
Nah, I have faith you'll fix that at some point.
I mean, I wouldn't. But that's cute of you to think that I'll watch this movie sometime soon.
I didn't say soon. I just said at some point. So, you know what? 205 into Z for a full clear of a seed is not at all slow. This is a very nicely routed, very nicely done seed from Mike in the end.
Mike played a very good race. Both runners had stumbling moments in this seed. It was not the kindest opening whatsoever.
I mean, the only thing
the main difference here. Yeah, go ahead.
So the only things we haven't seen are Package Boss and Giant, which we know one of them has the D-Lunars.
Yeah. But for anyone who's stepped in a bit late here, Mike has put on a very good race. The really only thing that separated these two runners is that Mike did the top of tower, which led to Luca, which led to the tower key, which led to nothing, or basically nothing.
It was magma, so we could get under. Darn it.
Yeah. It was 10 key items, but
yeah,
that exact chain of so it takes 2 minutes just to walk up and down the tower. That doesn't even count the boss fight, and then I haven't timed Luca, but it's probably a few minutes to do that also. and then to go back to tower. I mean, that might be near
Yeah,
10 minutes or something ridiculous like
Luca's
that. Like it,
even warping out. It's a good 5-minute investment. So
yeah. Mike got rounded is what we're trying to say here.
absolutely, yeah.
And sometimes that's just going to happen. Sometimes you are just going to get rounded.
We can set up all of the scenarios, all the plans we want. In the end, the generator makes fools of us all.
Yep.
There's no way around that.
Yep, and that is the game that we sign up for when we play this. Variance is good. If there was no variance, we would be playing chess, and I am terrible at chess.
If there was no variance, we'd be doing Pally % runs, and no. I'm sorry, I'm not good at that.
I mean, you've seen Paladin %?
There's nothing wrong with Paladin %. I'm just not good at it.
This is an RPG.
Yes.
Paladin % also has variance.
Fair.
This is sort of like saying Mystic Quest speedrun does not have variance.
Hey, whoa. We're not going that far, okay?
Okay, it's not that much variance, but I mean, there's you're dealing with back attacks, you're dealing with in Paladin %, you're actually looking for a specific seeds because the RNG tables are all deterministic. It's random which one you get, but you can kind of manipulate that, and we know what they all are and what they all give. Shout out to Exodin for that work. But yeah, going back to my point, variance is good because it helps even out the playing field, and it creates really interesting decision points and experiences. So while it sucks for Mike what happened here, over a long period of time, there's still enough skill involved that, you know, you will improve at this game. Your times will get better, your performance will get better, even if you get rounded once in a while.
There's always improvement to take from every match.
Oh yeah.
The feeling of being eliminated from a tournament, it sucks. There's no way. There's
does.
no way around that. But
Yeah,
there's
it
always
does.
things you can take for the next. And there's 7,500 from that Cecil.
That is greater than nuke on a stick. Actually, Palam's nuke is probably going to just do quad 9s, but...
No.
Okay. Cecil says nuke? Let me show you how.
Yeah. That 14,000 a round may not be far from the truth, actually.
The only flag set I've ever done more damage than this in a Zeromus fight was Omnidextrous, which is a great wacky flag set where you get to put any weapons on anyone in both hands and any armor in any armor slot.
A triple edge in a supermarket sweep seed does a lot of damage very quickly, throwing Excals. There's really no feeling like just darting an Excal for 8,500 damage to Z. It's very cathartic. That's all it is.
The last Omnidextrous seed I played, I did so much damage at Zeromus. Zeromus died before. Zeromus technically doesn't enable its script to do the hit point refill until after the first Big Bang, and he just died before the first Big Bang.
Yeah.
Which was great.
I remember a weekly race with the Omnidextrous flags that I think 75% of runners skipped the Big Bang. And it was all like, well, that was fun. Let's do it again. That was an unnerfed Big Bang. Did we tip? I think we had to have tipped by now. But
This might
we have
be
rocks.
the danger zone. No, this is gonna be fine. Cecil dodges.
Yeah. And that's going to be it. A GG from Mike. Waiting on the final time, but 2:10 and change, that is, especially for a full clear of a seed, that is an excellent time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we are joined by Mike. GG, well done, sir.
Thank you. That was a fun seed.
Yeah, it's very different. Just absolutely mashing your way through a Z fight. Correct.
Yeah, like Baron Basement once again had the answers. There were crystal swords. There's all kinds of excitement.
So,
Yes. Oh no, go ahead.
Also, the one big question I have: who needs a Dragoon Spear? What made you choose to launch the Dragoon Spear at Ogopogo?
I really wanted him to go away quickly.
That's
I
a
had a
very
white
fair
spear.
point. Yes.
Yeah, I had a white spear. I figured that was pretty solid. Of course, it would have come in handy later. But yeah, I saw Ogo and he was beating me quickly, and I saw that and it eat it.
It turned out to be a very good choice because you got through that Ogopogo immediately, and I think it took Saradin something like 7 or 8 tries.
Wow.
Uh,
Oh man, I was hoping I picked up some time with Ogo because I had a feeling that, given it that the actual Ruby spot wasn't that bad, if he peaked that, he probably wouldn't have gone and done all of the Eblin like I did. So I figured I was a bit behind and hoped I'd pick up some time on Ogo.
yeah, you both ended up going to Eblin to look for Bacchus, and I mean, really the big differentiator here for me this seed was just the top of tower. So after doing, top of tower into that chain, tell us how you're feeling at that point.
Okay, so I did top of tower last, if I remember right. And follow that chain, and then there was nothing, and I stopped to get a silk web because I thought, where is it? And then I realized it's the same place it was last night as Baron Basement. I wasn't feeling too well. I'd taken a couple wipes, so I figured I was behind. After the first initial wipe, right after the mom bomb, I thought, okay, I'm behind. Just won't loot this seed and catch up. So I looted the treasury, and that would have been about it. But I looted some Eblin looking for stuff too, for trap chests. There, I did my grind. Things were going okay. And I'd only looted total 50 chests on the seed, so I was feeling okay at that point, other than realizing that if he had found the mist in Baron Basement after I was done with it, that I would probably be quite a ways behind.
It's a good point to realize that your opponent may have done the same exact thing you did, basically, and so it's hard to say kind of where things lie. So yeah, crystal swords and power overwhelming.
Yeah. So did he also find the crystal sword and tower?
He did not.
Because it's kind of
no.
in the middle of the tower.
Yeah, no, he did not.
See, I was really excited about that until I got to the moon, and then they handed us one.
Yeah, and then it was just wah wah wah. Yeah, I would have felt the
Yeah,
same.
there were quite a few plays that I tried that seed that thought were okay plays, but did not work out. Like all the time spending trying to find a crystal sword, found it, but then there was a free one on the moon. I faded the grind, but may have lost a little time. Like I died to DKC, which I wouldn't have otherwise. Where did I lose all the time? Was it with the tower chain?
Yeah, I would say you ran a very good race, and you and Saradin were really neck and neck. And the two main differences is that Saradin took 20-ish sirens immediately after coming underground, which, after you found that crystal sword, I'd say you didn't really need the levels, but then also it was that top of tower chain. I'm pretty convinced that that's the main reason that this played out the way it did. So, I mean, you really were like neck and neck. It was a very close race until I'd say about that point. And even then, depending on like where things shook out, maybe top of tower, maybe the Mura had everything. Like you definitely weren't out at that point. It was just that was where you fell behind.
Did he then just do the grind and then check Baron Basement? Go and fight demissed pretty quickly?
He like dropped down and took sirens and then popped them all like almost immediately after coming from the hook route.
Right? And did he find demissed pretty quickly, or did it take a while?
No, that was he had that or top of tower left. I think he checked it before leaving Baron.
Gotcha.
And happened to find it there, yeah. But yeah, again, very, very well run. I mean, sometimes rando gonna rando, so I know that sucks, and that is your time out of this tournament for now. What do you think you'll be doing with the next few weeks or months with your time? You gonna take a break, do ladder? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think ladder sounds pretty fun. I didn't win. If I would have won, I would have been for sure out of the Pink Puff League. Now, I'm not sure. But if they're doing PPL and I'm still there, I might do some of that.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm sure if you qualify, they would be absolutely more than happy to have you. And even if you don't, there would be plenty of ways to help out with that, I'm sure. Yeah, not exactly sure the situation there, but yeah, that'd be there would be some Pink Puffs I think would be pretty terrified of, of facing you. And Asuka, our Pink Puff League overlord, saying you still do. So.
Yeah, well, we recall playing against Dave and Ibon all Pink Puff season, so we know the terror. We have to fill their shoes, I guess.
I was gonna say, perhaps that will now be your place. Well, any final thoughts before we let you go?
Just that it was kind of fun obliterating Z, doing 14k around with 3 Zerkers and throwing nukes and whites. I wasn't gonna grind those 2 gold dragons at the end, but I saw I'd lost, so I thought we'd just obliterate carry. She was pretty tough in Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah, you definitely gave her the business, and I'm really glad to hear that you had fun with this one.
Yeah, and thanks. Just one last shout out to all the admin staff, everyone that works hard on this tournament, running day after day, 7 days a week with multiple streams. You guys are amazing.
Well, thank you for that shout out. We appreciate it, and thanks for putting on such a good show. And until next time.
GG, well done.
Speaking of admins and restreamers, make sure you give everyone a follow here. Asuka on Restream, Sheep Launcher Tracking, Cubs my co-commentator. I'll even give myself the shout out. Everyone pretty great. Really great team here. Also, if you want to be part of the team, join our Discord. There's a sign up form. Anyone's welcome.
This is why he has the pink name, ladies and gentlemen. He's good at this.
Can't respond to that.
But that will be it for us today. We are heading over to Randomania for Game 2 of Klopfer and Pyre. Usual spoiler rules apply. The newspapers will find you, so say nothing, do nothing. Other than, enjoy the race, of course.
Yeah, you could say it was a great race, but say nothing about the race.
You can say a race happened and there was a winner. That's as far as we're going to go.
Yep.
But
and
until next time, I'll thank you very much for joining us. Really glad to be here each and every time. And we will see you all again here soon.
Bye. Honk.